in these fights, it should be pretty hype.
So you think this is potentially going to be an Enigma +3 again?
Seeing Monkey makes me think so.
Okay.
But it could be like Monkey form Enigma 5.
I know you definitely don't like trying to predict where heroes are going.
You don't know what's gonna happen. This is an Enigma mid, guys.
This is actually a carry. Yeah, I was gonna say mid Enigma carry of Monkey King.
Yeah, I think with SMG, that's like drafting to me as being one of their overall strengths. At least, I mean, you know, it can be hit or miss, but like it's the flex that they use with some of these opening picks is always something that overall has been a strength.
I mean, if we look at the last series, mid one did play Monkey King, and he looked pretty good on it, especially in that game 3 until, you know, the incident. So, yeah, I mean, it could well be a Monkey carry here. I'm not gonna put anything past him.
That's a good thing to say. I like that, yeah.
Polaris, on the other hand, are drafting my favorite heroes, so they have my bias. For now, they have my bias. I would like them to pick maybe some like area control though to match with these heroes. Mars would be ideal in my opinion. Just something that keeps people in place for the Snapfire kisses. Also, like if you want to chain a stun into a Dawn ult, like if you want to do a pick off on the map like that, it's an option's there. I would just like a bit more of that type of lockdown.
5 seconds remaining.
Bring out faces. Yeah.
Copy the draft we saw, the Talon draft.
That's it. That's it. Bring it out.
Maybe if they pick a Jug or something, that's definitely calling for a Faceless again, but...
Oh god. Yeah, I mean, Nevermind's most played offlaner is Mars, which was kind of funny to me because their previous offlaner also just played a load of Mars. Yeah, Force played loads of Mars. So it's like...
He was a sick Mars. I was a bit surprised to see him removed, kicked, left. I don't know what happened, but...
Yeah.
I thought he was really solid.
I thought he was a good Mars player, but I wasn't keen on the rest of his pool, and I think Fear also took issue with that and wanted to see like a more versatile offlaner on the team. So Nevermind.
Dire team pick.
I'm not sure if that's it yet. Oh, is this a core Dawn? Or core Snap?
Something's going on.
Ooh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, we've only seen the core Dawn in your piece so far. I would love to see it here. C has been historically known for putting Snap on mid.
That's true.
5 seconds remaining.
So I guess it could go either way there. Although I don't know if Lelouch is the type of mid that's been playing mid Snap, has he? He's more of the Pango, Void Spirit type. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and guess this is probably an offlane Dawn, but we'll see. I like it a lot as well because I think if you are pairing Dawn here as an offlaner with Snap in lane, then Monkey, I don't think he can lane as that as a carry. It should be horrible.
I like that idea.
It's just a super aggressive lane. It's like a really awkward lane to lane into. Maybe they do want to take something like Doug in response to that to try and be able to lane into it, but that's still awkward and hard.
How do you feel Dawn sort of scales through the game as well?
You see the build is like Deso, right? People go Deso in the shard and does a lot of damage. She does a lot of damage, and they increased the crit on her luminosity in the last patch. So I think she's actually pretty good. Honestly, I'm not like against it at all.
I just noticed the odds. These teams are like very even. Should be going 3 games again. Although maybe this will be the one series where it's like should be going 3 and it won't, but
yeah, the one time we're like, yeah, it's definitely going 3 games.
Yeah.
I mean, since Polaris have been losing, it's just up to SMG. If they play on their top form that we saw in the last series and they don't throw, it should be a win.
Warlock, I'm so excited to see this.
Why not? Break it down.
Sure, I'll say it. I enjoy Warlock mainly because you can rush his shard at 15 minutes and it ends up being an AoE heal. Like, I also enjoy just the heal in general for laning. I think it helps your carry a lot. It's that salve issue that a lot of people bring up. I know you don't really like the healing supports a lot, and for you, you're like, no, he kind of falls off. He's not overly playmaker, but you still do have like some of his stun with his ultimate.
Wait, I didn't say Warlock falls off.
Okay, you just said sorry. He wasn't really.
I said
like
he's not a carry.
You said he wasn't really a playmaker when it came to his support.
10
I mean, I
seconds
suppose
remaining.
he's definitely a good scaling support with his BKB piercing team by ult.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Team
I like the
back.
follow-up potential with his ult. I really like him as a support, and I think he belongs in this.
Hype.
This is a good Kunk pick. They needed something
Radiant
to
team
deal
back.
with this pressure and the lane push. Beastmaster got picked up with an Enigma. You know, there's like this kind of pseudo early to mid game
Dire
death
team
ball with
back.
Warlock Monkey King being pretty strong in the mid game. So Kunk is just this hero that you can plop in front of towers to defend them. Particularly with the way Rage Mateo, I think Beastmaster is his best hero personally. It was something they were first phasing like all of last tour, and teams just started first phase banning it. So I'm glad to see it come back for us.
I also want to
10
point out that
seconds remaining.
the game Polaris won against NGX and Ares
5 seconds
last week,
remaining.
they had that tree. Like, they were really good at stalling it out, defending the towers, kind of making sure they always had that, I guess, the map accessibility. And so I like them picking up the tree here. For me, tree's always been a T1 hero, but I've really enjoyed seeing it on Polaris.
Down for that? Yeah, for sure. Like, I don't see them
Radiant
having
team
ways to
back.
easily defend towers though this game outside of Conquer.
Dire team
Obviously, they can like put him in front of one and that, but
Radiant team
they don't have like. Actually, I guess they do have the ways to like de-aggro creeps off of towers with like hammer and stuff. Oh god, there's a coddle as well. That's gonna be mid, right? That's a mid coddle.
I'd be surprised.
Yes. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It's SMG,
10
but
seconds remaining.
okay. So they have a lot of ways to take objectives with Beastmaster.
5
This looks like it
seconds
is monkey
remaining.
carry. They have team fight, lots of team fight. They have a lot of damage. It looks like a pretty good, well-rounded draft to me. I think. Yeah, it's pretty good.
You enjoying the
Pretty
team,
good.
the team fight coming out of them.
Yeah, Polaris on the other hand, they're missing that like scaling carry.
Do you even consider Kunkka carry though against like this kind of tempo draft, or do you think that's not a thing?
Conquer carry and go like a.
Unsure.
if you can
I mean, it
do
wouldn't be bad in the lane. They could pick like a PA, and that lanes into Beastmaster pretty right.
Yeah.
It's also like really, really good at assassinating Coddle, Warlock.
I'm just afraid SMG's draft comes online really fast. Like this Coddle just rushes the bot's vessel and then just runs around blasting people with vessel charges, and just like, how do you fight into that? Like,
Yeah, I've thought more about it. I'm thinking the Polaris have really strong lanes. Like PA should win against Beastmaster in lane. Kunkka will do well. He'll be able to shove lanes. Like, they'll want to snap naturally aggressive. They can hold towers with the armor, with the I don't know what Tree's Q is called, but they can, you know, stall out a lot of pushes with these spells. Like, looking at it now, yeah, I actually think it's fine.
You may now
They won't
select
do that.
your heroes.
no.
Your idea is more
Match.
correct.
Tempo with tempo of sorts. So Batrider mid against Coddle. I think Coddle. I think both should do okay here. Like, as long as Coddle doesn't get too many napalm charges and do dived on. But curious to see how this one works out.
I'm also curious to hear the opinions of our casters, who are going to be Ares and John. Ares, thank you so much for joining us. How are you? Give us some tidbits of information of this draft.
I'm quite concerned on how this Beastmaster Enigma lane is going to shape up versus the Conquer. We do get the carry Conquer, who traditionally lanes very well versus the Enigma, being able to deal with the Eidolons, and potentially if Rage Potato goes into the boars as well. So that's a lane I'm very concerned about for SMG, but we get a mid Batrider. This is interesting as well on how it's going to shape up versus Coddle. So I don't know how that matchup really works, but I like the other lanes for Polaris in general though.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to SMG playing with that teamfight combination, right? Like, so many chains that you can do with Fatal Bonds on top of all the AoE. Upheaval Black Hole, keeping them stuck in Midnight Pulse is pretty scary. This is pretty scary as well for Polaris. So there's a lot of back and forth here with SMG and Polaris' draft.
Even though you guys might not enjoy it, I am going to ask for a team prediction for game one, just quickly. I'm going to say Warlock Fade.
Polaris. I love Dawn Snap. Let's go.
Yeah, I love SMG. Cool. It looks really good. I actually think they're just gonna snowball this game. By the looks of that draft.
Bit of a goaded strat as we do head to game one with a goaded casting duo.
Oh, ever so kind, that. Thank you very much, John. What a series we got in general. Both these two teams yet to find their first series victory. Polaris currently 0-2, and for SMG 0-1. Of course, they almost were able to snatch a victory over Boom. Some unfortunate scenarios in that game 3, and now we have our game 1 draft ready to rock and roll. We do have a quick pause before we get underway, but what's going on? I know we're on a new patch, 7.31D, but this is a crazy draft from both sides.
It's very different. I think for SMG, this is something we expect him to do, right? Like they love going to left field with a draft. They love picking up that mid one Monkey King. I think when you look at SMG's draft, it does make sense for their playstyle, right? Like we heard Moon, just keep finding kills, don't troll, and try to find that win, right? The aggression's there. Polaris expects that as well from SMG, looking to just play really quick, and I think that's why they lead into this really quirky draft as well. That does take early fights very nicely with the boat, with a Solar Guardian. Think about the sustain coming out from Polaris, right? It's a great contrast to SMG playing with Burst and Fatal Bonds. The sustain from Polaris with boat, with Living Armor, with Solar Guardian on top, especially once the Ags is built up here from Nevermind. It is a lot to try to work through, so it's going to be a great clash of ideas in Dota. Just direct opposite ideas here.
Is there an idea that you just give the edge with in this game 1?
I would favor SMP. I feel like just having yourself as the offensive side always feels better rather than playing defensively, especially considering SMG's playstyle. They do love to run around a lot. They love to force these fights. They've got vision as well coming out from Hawks. They do have strong push to counteract the Treant Protector, so you don't wave clear out with your Kunkka, or if your Kunkka leaves the lane. It does feel like you should be able to take these early objectives as well and find yourself that advantage here for SMG.
They are starting to surround Polaris in the jungle. Will I die with the early level in the Shadow World? There'll be some nice harassment on Xavius, but in the end we do get a 2 for 2 in regards to the bounties. Maybe this is in quite a awkward position. Is Pi gonna get this kill? Is Shadow World back up? Xavius might be in trouble with that last right click. Verified pop, and he's got some stick charges to work with, and a tango as well, but I think he's gonna tick. Oh, no.
Yeah, he lives true. He doesn't have a salve though, so he's gonna have to eat through a lot of tangos to stay in the lane, but that does still give him the ability to maybe play with the cookie out. Love what Pilot is doing. Just going in with her first mana pool, playing with the Shadow Word, harassing them out, ensuring that mid one has a good steady lane, because this off lane for Polaris looks devastating. Dawnbreaker plus Snap is a lot of stuns once you get the levels up, and Pi's just ensuring they don't get an easy ride to that EXP spike. Just harassing out and giving so much room to mid one to just farm.
I do like this play, regardless from Xavius moving over, blocking up the small camp, just to try and help out with the equilibrium of the lane, to try and give Nevermind some solo experience, and if they have more room to play with in this lane, then we can really see that level 2 be a big strong suit for Polaris.
Yeah, and that's where you can really start playing on Polaris's end and start pressuring, play with the Celestial Hammer, play with the Cookie combination that you can have on hand. Pilot is also running out of mana. He doesn't have too many casts of that Shadow Word left, only has the one clarity as well. No Mangoes on hand just to get some burst mana at the ready. And he has been using all of these Shadow Words very offensively. So now he's empty, he's going to have to look for an opportunity to clarity up. Not going to be easy with Sage is constantly on the hunt. Even with a reach of our Dawnbreaker, you can always try to break off that clarity with, say, Starbreaker down the line.
And mid lane we got an interesting matchup here. Back on his very comfortable keep of the life, but Lelouch playing the Batrider. It's not really a matchup that we see too often mid. Do you feel like this is more of just like a farming lane, because you can just shove out the lane, or what do we kind of expect between these two?
It is a farmier lane. You can expect Moon to try to be aggressive down line, especially if Lelouch overcommits. I don't see too many opportunities for Lelouch to gap close and try to go for the kill on the Cockle, just a bit too speedy. Ground boots already up on Moon. Maybe boiling down to just having side camp control and trying to get farm from there. And that could be where you start to see an advantage come out for either side. Already looking at the strong lane for Nuno. Slight CS lead, feeling good on the Coddle, and no contestation from him. Maybe when you get some supports on top, Lelouch can look for that commitment. You do have a lot of potential with, say, Snapfire again with that Cookie, or even just the Nature's Grasp, slow in a good position from Team V. Can set up on Coddle, but not seeing any of that commitment yet. Perhaps by the 4-minute mark, likely 6-minute marks where you really line up for those power runes.
Lastly, this bottom lane. Natsumi on the Conqueror against Rage Potato on the Beastmaster. I'm quite surprised Rage Potato has actually put 2 points in the ball, especially into this matchup. How easily it is for Conqueror to be able to cleave. Hang on, mid lane. He's getting dived from Lelouch. That right, it's trying to find first blood, and Lelouch is able to snag it with high TPing mid. Just okay, I guess Lelouch is happy with just suicide there.
Yep, gets a reset, get into lane, gets that pivotal solo kill. I didn't expect him to jump onto the Conqueror, but he finds the angle, shoves in the creep wave, goes and takes the kill. Gonna set back just a bit. He has been having good terms of CS, but that does give Lelouch a little bit more flavor, just giving him that solo EXP, gets the 5.
He's in trouble for the moment as well. Natsumi and TMV in conjunction together. They're able to find their second kill for Polaris. So this is something that the panel was speaking about, that Polaris have a big advantage in regards to the lanes, and it's already coming to fruition.
It is a bit of a greedy start from SMG. Just having an Enigma support with Beastmaster doesn't lead to a lot of aggression in that lane, especially with the boards build up. You're not playing with the axes. You're not trying to line them up and get some sustained drop. You're trying to farm the lane out, and Natsumi's just very happy with that situation. You're also trying to farm here as well on offload. It is contested by TMV, so he's not even able to get that solo EXP he wants on the Enigma. TMV already leading over that boss 4 here.
Lane pilot die. Right click, never mind. To be able to secure the kill. All 3 lanes for Polaris have found their first blood. Already off to a flying start. Never mind with the level 4 as well. I'm intrigued on how aggressive he's going to continue to be in this lane. And just more importantly, how Nevermind's even going to look to itemize. Rage Potato. The X back into the clear from Natsumi. This is... Should we be getting worried for SMG?
Radiant's courier has been
It is a worrying start. This lineup does want to get the XP up, not safe.
Oh no. Look at Moon, he's going to try and teach us. Has skill level still, so second. Skill point into the lasso. Highlight eyes. Going to try and step in and offer some assistance up of the Shadow Word, and the Boundless Strike as well might actually be enough. Body blocking Lelouch, he does get the flame break at the last second. And it looks like Moon will take out. That's a heavy commitment, SMG. You bring Pi, you bring mid one as well, and Mills goes down.
The tempo is just not coming out here from SMG. We expect them to be one trying to look for those kills and constantly running down the lanes. They end up with a bit of a passive draft. Afu is just playing the jungle, still trying to get some EXP, constantly kept in check by TMV. 2 levels behind now on the Enigma. Not what you like to really see out here. He does want to have levels up, have the Midnight Pulse, have higher level Eidolons working lane. And for Polaris, even though they're leaving solo lanes top, for example, here for Nevermind, it's not something Midnight can really capitalize on as well. Dawnbreaker's tanking out for the one Bracer, can't really commit to that kill, and Natsumi's still free farming his own lane as they keep that pressure on the mid.
Xavius and Lush. I mean, Xavius has done such an incredible job with securing for Nevermind. Had a pretty decent lane so far, 25 of 1, 25 of 33, and 11, and we got another kill as well as Team B. With the combination of Natsumi, I was trying to see Team B actually solo kill the Enigma, but with the help from Natsumi. And look at them again, like they're hunting a jungle, can't even clear stacks.
is under attack.
No room out for SMG. It feels like they're just not finding the revenge they want. They're the ones on the defensive. They're not taking the initiative.
Oh, nice flame break. Lelouch knocks mid one off the tree, and he's going to fly over the Snapfire as well. So this, oh my, I'm stressing right now. Lelouch is just acting like a vacuum. So many heroes of SMG into the Batrider's lane, and now Xavius 43 points in the scatter blast. It's offering so much burst. Cautious now. This is a big kill if they can find it. Mid-one's able to land the prime with Spring and Moon. That is a much needed injection of gold and experience for the lads of SMG, and they should be able to catch up to Xavius. Not before he gets the kill from afar though. Again, these early levels of the Snapfire proving to be an issue. They will finally chase him down by the triangle. So Xavius will give up the second kill in a row. He's going to snag that. He might have secret shot here, Rage Potato, and big one, hang on a second, he's gonna leap in, oh no, never mind, into the middle, so they got 3 heroes applied Polaris to be able to beat onto the Monkey King, and they might turn to Moon next. The X still on cooldown from that Zumi, so they will not be able to catch up to the Keeper of the Light, but never mind. He's gonna hunt for an easy target instead, chasing down Pylite, die. He's got the phase boots, movement speed advantage, so never mind, won't be able to catch up to the tree line. Juke Tower from Pi, escape.
They still find kill middle 1-1. Just forced to show up early, isn't farming, still only has the power threats, no farming item up, nothing like a Maelstrom on the way or even Battle Freeze slowly being queued up. And Polaris are just constantly going for the aggression. They've smoked up again with Lelouch. They still have that lasso. And mid-1 is a very spicy target here.
Pop and getting flame break perfectly placed once again for Lelouch. And no one is nearby. No one is nearby at all to help mid-1. He knows he's dead. Succumbs to the Bat Rider. Lelouch is looking exceptional along with Xavius in the early game. 11 kills already. Hang on. Wasn't the interview wasn't saying if they wanted to kill by minute? Am I wrong? What's going on? Polaris, they're the ones doing it instead.
We were still getting at the game, just on the wrong team here for SMG. The aggression's really ramping up from Polaris. SMG, they're lacking a lot of tool series. They're lacking the threat of Golem, they're lacking the threat of Black Hole. Off-Boy's still level 3. Guy's level 5 on his bot 5 Warlock. The Enigma is so starved out from his bot lane, and Polaris has gotten so much space out with their own aggression coming through that SMG, it feels like they need to take a step back, get some farm up, get some initial items up to have some more presence in these engagements. Raging doesn't even have his Helm to Dominator up. I believe it's flying out now at the least, so that's at least one tool up, but you lack a good way of jumping in. You're still reliant on having your monkey scout around you. At least have the Hawks to play with, but your teamfight threat isn't there. Well, it's all just set for Polaris. They've got Overgrowth threat, they've got the lasso constantly coming through, they've even got Kisses ready. Smoke out from SMG here though.
We have the Golem ready to play with. See if they catch up the Bat Rider by this tower room. Spawns bottom. Roundabout? No positioning. Let's see if they can catch him out from the low ground range. Required. They're going to use the first stun into the second. Once again, the Dawnbreaker solid Guardian, providing the bonus help. Now the Mormon Kiss is getting laid down for the northern side. They've got to get out into SMG. They're just getting chased down easily. They're going to turn the mind though. Mid-1 is be able to kill mid-1. Trying to battle towards Natsuma's going to fly in the tree line. He'll be over. Hey, meanwhile, Rage Potato will not have the same fate. And Xavius secures the double kill on the Snapfire.
Oh, that's just another big win again for Polaris. Smoke committed from SMG. They rotate in, they drop Golem, massive cooldown, and that's taken out for the next fight. They don't even find the kills they want. And they even almost lose mid. When he does manage to bail out in the nick of time while the attention was drawn towards that triangle area. But if they lost the monkey there, just complete outright loss for SMG. At the least, they've got some room out for Afu to work that bot lane. He's shoving in with the Eidolons. He's got level 6. He's got Black Hole to threaten with. Mid-1 is around as well to help cause, but TMP is going to hold back with the Nature's Grasp as much as possible. The tower is still set to fall, but there's opportunity to fight here.
Ready to have TPs as well to connect to bottom. Lelouch is already starting to run over mid. It feels like he's in position to just have to force the Wukong so they can at least secure the kill and the T1 tower with it. So that's the start for SMG. In fact, they're the first team to find a tower across the map as well. So that's really what you have to do. They are a lineup that have some really big ultimates in their arsenal, but you're going to need to use them early just to get a couple of pickups to bring yourself back in. And well, Polaris, they're going to buy the bottom out. There's Natsumi and Lelouch, and easy use the boat. Rage Potato's actually going to consider about stepping in, but I don't think the Beast Monster's got the depth to add or to even right in the Bat Rider. And now Xavius, he's going to connect on bottom, forward, and this will secure a double kill for Natsumi. Now simultaneously across the map, he was able to bring down Nevermind, so at least the Monkey King having a good couple of sequence of events.
Yeah, it helps mid-1 bounce into that Maelstrom timing. They did have to commit Black Hole, so no threat of that from Afu. And Lelouch still hangs onto that lasso. Didn't have to commit anything big on those 2 kills down bot. They've got a pretty good window here for Polaris if they do want to force some plays out. Golem up in half a minute for Pi. That could be an opportunity for SMG to group up for their own team fight and look for a tower push where their lineup truly excels the Enigma as well in the Eidolon spam. Polaris, I don't think they're under heavy threat. They are caught on top here though from SMG.
This is a very deep dive on Coddle, especially to the Xbox potential. Bit of balance strike, give him a little bit of room, but no matter. Moon just really not respecting the potential of the Conquer to TP in.
Yeah, it gets caught off guard. SMG were lining up for a push. They've got the golem now, but they can't make a play happen without the Kotlin. And now it's Polaris who've got this opportunity to get a shove of themselves on tier 1 top. It's a slower process for them to push. They don't have summons. They don't have great building damage at all, but they're actually going to offer more kills. Lucius still ready with Lasso.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Gonna check the Eidolons instead. They do have a pretty decent ward nearby. See if they venture a little bit too far out. They're even scouting out Xavius as well, but we see the difficulties with starting fights on SMG.
Just have that reach. Nothing like a blink from Potato. Not coming out anytime soon. They don't have any initiation. They have a blink on Afu. They could try with, say, Black Hole or at least a blink in Malefice. Could be one way to pick one target off. Try to hold that Polaris bumps up. We see a big golem drop. What if people want on top?
By the outpost, been caught out. Trying to get his own farm working towards the lights, but Light's gonna make sure that's a possibility. Now mid-one is all the river. Xavier stays. Powerlight is gonna reveal the blink dagger as well as they chain this into a double kill him. Almost finding a third. Lucius hunting. They caught it with the Polaris eye in the neighborhood. Lane break, knock back Pies. Trying to use two towers as a bodyguard. Lelouch is gonna be worried about this. Not with Natsumi nearby. Drags him on the outskirts of the T2 tower. And they're gonna find a third kill from that skirmish. We were expecting SMG to be playing this game fast, but it's Polaris. The status quo for them is just the tempo is incredible.
And we're not seeing that team fight opportunity out from SMG at all.
Never mind Xavius. They always have multiple heroes in other. Lucius gonna try and break the combination. There's mid-one's falling low. Person's gonna come out. It's not gonna do anything versus the magic damage to get the kill onto mid-one. After still hunting though, jumps with the Malefice. The damage is gonna be not. It looks like it's really nicely done. Oh no, the neutral creep securing the kill. And a Pie forced to drop the golem just to hold back Xavius, but Natsumi showed up to the party. TV's in the neighborhood as well. SMG, can you stick around? Do you want to take this skirmish like Natsumi? This Conquer, they haven't been able to deal with it. 8-0 and 4 is Natsumi. 15 minutes in, and look at him on the ground for more. He wants more kills. Natsumi doesn't know how to stop. The train keeps going. Top of the backline as well. Trying to target down the support. Enters the fight with the black hole. Where's the damage starting to come in? They use it. They go to the right. Never mind. He's in trouble as well. Polaris losing two. Xavius might be next on the agenda, although Lelouch TPing back in. Needs to be able to stack up a sticky napalm. Lelouch is going to be cautious though with Moon. Playing on the outskirts, spamming up the damage from the blast. They get the back right as well. There's SMG. Alright, some signs of life coming out from Dire.
Yeah, it's coming true. They commit a lot. It looked a bit awkward when they dropped the goal and didn't find the initial kill. Shapes up as Polaris overextends this time. They force the issue. They have Lelouch come back on top and just gets bursted down by the side of SMG. Not respected by stage fight of SMG and get punished. Still maintaining that 3k lead on Polaris' end, but SMG finds an opening to keep building up and start to build up. Mid-one about to hit that BKB now. Still actually 2 parts, still a ways off, but eventually he'll hit that point with the Maelstrom up and running. Blink from off. Black Hole has been doing a lot of work. That's not the
Stalking Moon. Lelouch going to TP in as well. Some freebies for Natsumi. Look at that combo go out Moon. Getting a bunch of health back thanks to Blast. The Typering is knocking off the tower. Meanwhile, Lelouch goes down. Mid-one's going to show up to the fight as well. There's a big strength that can get Natsumi. Try and scurry himself away with the help of the overgrowth. Going to be relying on the armor toggles now. Natsumi lower, but even Nevermind's going to show up. A Starbreaker into the middle, but SMG, they don't give a damn about the Dawnbreaker. They just want to target down the kill. And now they can go back to Nevermind. It's with a Nevermind out. An easy kill. And they're going to chain this into TV's life as well as SMG. I mean, they are well and truly back into this game. We've got a minimum network lead
turns things around. Polaris are just going in fight after fight right into what SMG wants. They're at the point where they've got a lot more presence on their heroes. They've got the sustain game coming out with the blast on the Illuminate, with the Shadow Word coming through from Pilot. He's got the shard up early. Top lane,
Battle's got solo kill Moon. Okay, Lelouch with the use of the lash. But again, a big kill. Moon's really been a big reason why I feel like SMG are in this position where they've been able to come back.
Yeah, it's all on that early timing of the coddle, and slowing that down a bit is beneficial to Polaris. I think they're starting to reconsider their item builds as well. We're seeing the BKB built up by Lelouch, the BKB for Natsumi. So, the big issue is that sustained magical burst. The slows are annoying. There's a lot to deal with once the coddle's on top of you. BKB is going to fix most of those issues. SMG, for their part, still going out for a smoke play. Only Pilot Eye and Raging Potato under that smoke. And won't really find anything big for their side just yet, but they could get a good flank here in the top lane.
Lelouch is going to jump straight into SMG. Fly himself away though. Lelouch chilling for the moment. Looks like somehow we've got a break in the action. There's a lot of items we need to catch up on. We've got the Ag Shard on Pilot Die, which is going to be kind of nutty. Extra movement speed on a Monkey King. Extra movement speed on a Coddle. Not that this hero doesn't move fast enough already.
Is under attack.
Yeah. Not just that. I think the slow potential is pretty damn big. We don't even have a value point in upheaval, but imagine an offensive Shadow Word use or a mixed offensive and defensive Shadow Word use in, say, a Black Hole. Get that additional slow. You get the upheaval slow on top of that to keep them trapped in, and then you have the solar bind from Moon as well. You've seen him kite heroes around because of that, and until BK erupts, constant worry for Polaris.
Star introduce the ultimate once again. The door breaking, but they're going to be cautious. They cannot group up. Waiting the wings, trying to find an opportunity for the Black Hole, but it's going to come at a cost. They'll lose Raging Potato at the start of the fight, but they considering about going in on SMG. There's a lot of damage on the door breaker. It's a solid Black Hole. Instant cancel for TMV, so never mind. Gonna be able to retreat safely away, but it does come at a cost for SMG. Multiple ultimates expended, and then only get one kill. They should be able to cancel the TP on TMV. Lelouch is standing nearby, seeing if there's an opportunity to jump back in. In the end, will be a 2 for 2.
Yeah, they get what they can here on SMG. They get the kill onto mid one. BKB is done on the Monkey King flying out now. So he is in a better position to fight. Side of Polaris, they get a good cancel on the Black Hole. They don't really find a bigger source they want. Raging is a good kill. You really want to keep mid one pinned down. He's been able to catch up fantastically on the Monkey King. Again, BKB already done on his Monkey. He's going to be able to stand his ground, fight against the side of Polaris really well. Only thing to pierce through is the lasso. So Lelouch will kind of have to work his way onto the Monkey every single time, get a good lasso off to cancel off that spell immunity. Easier said than done. I'd rather even game here, Ares. Still 25 to 18. 1k lead for Polaris, dipping up and down on that 1k mark. SMG just reels it back, and they've almost got a kill per minute now.
The fact that we have an even game is crazy to me. With the tempo that Polaris had and the amount of kills they had at the early stage of this game. But whose position would you rather be in for the moment, John? With how even this game is, with the status quo that we had 21 minutes in, is there a lineup that you would be comfortable playing?
It's rather back and forth. Maybe influence towards SMG a bit. I feel like the Monkey King scaling is a lot stronger than, say, the Kunkka. I feel like all of Polaris towards the late game relies on fantastic time. At a great time, the Monkey King just becomes a massive threat in the late game. Sure, you've got ways to pierce through BKB Black Hole down the line. You've always got Overgrowth to kind of cancel that off, but it's not like you'll always get that off on TMV. He's got to get his positioning perfect. He's working towards a blink, and Smoky from Polaris is pretty darn nice.
Sneaky. Jump. Straight to the beast monster. It's using the Shadow Word. The big kills they can get Raging Potato, cancelling out the rolls. At least executing the floor, dies, but no one jumps in. Mid-one to the backline, mid-one, forced to pop out an early BKB to get out of the Overgrowth. He's going to continue to charge on for the Monkey King mid-one. It's destroying this team fight. Wukong's laid down in the lane. Xavier's is able to cook over the tree line though, so mid-one commits pretty heavily to this skirmish, and it'll just end for one.
for Polaris. They find a core. Natsumi's still playing tag here though. Clearing out the creep wave and preventing any sort of push coming out from SMG. They do manage to stave them off. Bigger trade still for Polaris. Support for the offlane. And you do force that early BKB. I believe that's the first BKB charge of mid one as well. Not the best feeling in the world right now for the Monkey King. Back to your question there, Aries. Who would I rather be? It's tough to say. Again, if this drags on for 10 more minutes, you feel better for SMG. If mid one keeps his farming pace up at the current state of the game for the next 10 minutes, it feels like Polaris are a lot stronger. They've already got the early BKB up on Lush. BKB for Natsumi is up next. Recipe's pretty much done. So a lot of SMG's control is going to be down to great use of the Golem and great use of Black Hole here from Mafu. It's all down to the supports to start to find it. Maybe even the Roar from Raging to pierce through that. So it hinges on great spell use, and it's a little bit tougher to get that burst for Polaris. They're not as reliant on long cooldowns. They can just constantly run at you. They still have this great tempo coming through. They have slipped up in a few of the past fights, but they're starting to reel it back in. Another smoke out here from Polaris.
It's like Grady Potato's gonna eat the game. Once again, the instant jump to the lasso and no remorse for them. Easy kill into the beast. John, have you looked at Xavius's items in quite some time? This is a very interesting build that Xavius is going for.
I like this because we talked about scaling, right? Snapfire scales really nicely. They will find TMV here all alone. Poliso. Are they? Not too.
They're gonna continue to fight the Pie. Brock. Natsumi's gonna be cautious. He doesn't want to expend the BKB early on. John's gonna jump the protect on. Cancel the Black Hole for the moment, but the comes into play. Not giving Natsumi an opportunity to retreat thanks to the cover of the BKB and SMG. They're gonna get out. They expended too much for the initial fight. It's like they will have an opportunity. Oh, mid one. Go back in. All right, Xavius the target. But I hope the slow's going to be enough to chase him down. Driving that is a bit of a concern.
Ooh, that's a cheeky play. It's not on any Euros, but the Scatter Blast push back into Torrent. It's pretty interesting there from Polaris on the tail end. And yeah, I want to go back to that point about Zay. I like that build. You know you've got a bit of a scaling issue across your heroes, especially Dawnbreaker. Doesn't have too much forward presence in terms of damage. So you're going to need to compensate on other sides. And we know Xavius, right? He loves to play greedy on his force. He loves his heroes like his Magnus, his Shaper, who loves going for Blink. He likes making these big plays. And on the Snapfire, going for this right-click build, knowing that you're probably going to hit level 20 anyway, with your little shredder using your attack damage, means that Polaris understands this might go a bit long. They've been trading back and forth quite well. You need some scaling coming out. The Snapfire can deliver that. Polaris will start into the Roshan. They know there's no Black Hole. They know there's no Golem. All that commitment from SMG means it's hard to fight in that area.
They're gonna scout this out over the Hawk. They're not doing it overly fast. SMG have Wukongs for the pit, but it still could be a decent fight. After wanting to jump, trying to force out the BKB from Lush, he's gonna be successful at that. He wants to North Natsumi, dropping the combination, highlight the Ripper, there's gonna be no assistance for the Warlock. The jump 1-to-1 that will cross the map, they're gonna be able to find the kill onto Xavius, so... This is a good start for SMG, especially for the Wukongs. Natsumi, he's got no one else behind him at the moment. They're starting to connect back to the Conquer location. Natsumi, BKB expended from both the carries, but mid one, he's happy with this. They try and chase him down. They jumped on after him, trying to get rid of the Enigma from the fight. They're going to be able to do so successfully. Never mind. Great from him. Seeing the vulnerability of the Enigma now the Beastmasters also the bound to try into the Wukong's command. They can't get the fight in this vicinity. They want to. If they break away the ult from mid one, getting rid of the Wukongs, and now they can control the river. Natsumi, they found him after he pulled back. The Enigma pulled back, but they missed the combo. Now Xavius as well, he too pulled back. Be cautious.
Yeah, this is insanity here. Both of these teams just don't stop. Once they get going, they just keep going. And SMG is still not done. They've got Golem back up here. No Black Hole yet, but just a Golem drop might be enough. And Polaris are still forcing his rush. This could be dangerous if SMG sneak up here.
Nice scan. They don't have the Hawk as well. They don't have Beastmasters to be able to scout the pit, so they kind of need to commit. They also need to get the ward off the high ground. This is way too much information for Lush. Oh, he scouts up high. Pie's free picking. They want it.
They respect the backline, they respect that sustain that Pi has on himself with the Shadow Word and the Holy Locket up on himself. They see Roche is pretty low. Both sides aren't going to back off. They know the moment they leave, someone else is going to take Roche, and it's Polaris' turn for a smoke. Here we go!
Radiant's middle tower
It's an arcane. It's big. Moon's going to find it. Might die. They have ultimates available. Black hole, Wukongs. They are ready to rock and roll. Close proximity fight. This has to be execution for Polaris. You cannot clump up.
They've got to stay disciplined. Still slowly working Roshan. They see all the summons. We'll get the keyword off.
Radiant's middle tower.
I don't know if he's going to get there fast enough. Mid one. He's going to get dropped. With the black ones out of the southern side. TP's going to be able to snag it. Mid one gets the ages. Mid one having the second line to play with now with the team, but they can charge forward on the high ground. It's SMG. There we go. They still push. Now they're going to get a chance to add to the tally. It's never mind. Caught out thanks to the yours. Celestial having a couple of seconds, but he will not get enough distance away as SMG won a team fight for them to take a 3-for-1 along with the ages onto mid one.
And that's a big turn for SMG. Great patience out from them, staggering their spell use. They don't manage to catch Polaris all clumped up. They were very disciplined in declumping, but they were now too far apart. Truly react fast enough, especially onto Natsumi when he was committed on. They had no big counterplays come in. And now SMG take the lead, 2K up, Aegis up and running, mid one, very secure now with his own man style to get out of the overgrowth, the only BKB curse they really have outside of Lasso and White AoE. And the push of SMG is still a massive threat. They can still take control of these waves really quickly with a keeper for life, even the Monkey King, and of course Beastmaster. And down the line, the Icewell high ground threat is open. Look at the standing the creep wave is. Shadow Word, Illuminate Blast, keeps it alive for a fair long time, forced to fortify on the outer towers. That's not going to leave that tool for Polaris on high ground defense if it comes in the next 5 minutes.
Looks like Radiant for like position to defend the tower. To the advantage, even though the ultimate suck. Kind of lacking Afu. Just gets one hit by the Conker. Oh boy. Tough life for Mr. Afu. Going for the 4-star next item. Don't you like kind of the round of his itemization so far? Avoiding the BKB?
I didn't make sense. I know it's always under concentrate.
Fine, Xavier. And nice cheeky solo kill here for the Monkey King. 568 gold for that. That's a lot of gold. Back to mid lane, no TMV. He steps a little bit too far over the boundary, but it feels like Batrider's in a position where he can make that play. Backing back into the boat, but they've got to cleanly execute this fight on Polaris. Rage Potato getting killed off the moment. The Shadow Word along with the blast. Not enough to keep him alive as the rest of SMG. They're Canadian mid one. Off the mark with the balance. Tries to double damage drift. It's right as Natsumi. She's getting chunked down. Mid one and doing too much damage to get the yours as well. It's a Lelouch. BKB. So on the resources for the Batrider. He's able to fly himself out.
Is under attack.
It's still scary here for Polaris. They lose a lot of heroes they shouldn't have. And that's SMG taking the fight without their ults. They didn't have to drop Rock, they didn't have to drop the Black Hole, they didn't have the Wukongs to commit. They're going to be able to go to another outer tower and still threaten high ground. Age is still up for 2 minutes. Got the Eidolons helping push now. You've got the Ancient Black Dragon to clear out creep waves. And you're in a really strong position now for SMG. Polaris, high ground hold is pretty nice. Overgrowth boat is great to have on top. We've also got Solar Guardian coming through from Nevermind to help them sustain, but we haven't been able to see them find the angle for a while now in Polaris. And it just feels like SMG's ramping up now. Octarine up already on Moon, who will cooldowns to spam out the Chakra. Illuminate. Way more uptime than what he can do in most fights. And another smoke out. Sport Duel. Ults are ready. Just get some vision out. Get some control near that triangle on low ground, and start to find that last outer tower. They're in a very good position to just clear the map. Polaris don't have much they can really do here. They have shifted that build on Xavius as well here. Ares, mind you, shifts onto the Ag, seeing that the gobble up is going to be important for some saves or some initiation. On Polaris' end to follow through with save of Lelouch. So they have an additional tool down the line, but still a ways off from that. Polaris will actually try to smoke and go outside here.
See, where they want to direct their forces on Polaris. At least for Dive, positioning around Radiant's triangle, so we've got pretty firm control of this area.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower
Tower's gonna be claimed. Last remaining. Out of tower. The lads on Polaris. And I'm concerned now that Polaris have just run out of steam. You were mentioning back when I asked you the question, like how you feeling about each lineup, like could you rather be? You said Polaris still for probably the next 10 minutes. They're still going to be in a strong position. But SMG after that, you give them the edge. But we're to that stage now. When this lineup is a team fight. Okay, this slippery. Get to B, the Woodcock's out as well. BKB's gonna protect that with even more. Black hole. Oh no, SMG, they're gonna get out. We're concentrating over retreat team. He's over the run. Look at the overgrowth. Mid one in his tracks with the ball. Buying a little bit of time for the mid one. Tinker now with the life still. Mid one. Up to half health. They can't even get the monkey kick. And now they can turn to the high ground. It's SMG. Flying Davies is Natsumi. He's also pushing the low ground as well. Seconds away from disaster, but somehow SMG find a bullet for one. And they're not done. Look at this solution. Too close.
Yeah, have to play safe. Only the one buyback on the Conquer for Natsumi. And the sustain coming through from SMG is just too high. You've got the Holy Lock, you've got the Illuminate Blast with the Spirit Form. And there's just not much can really be there on the side of players to be true that.
They got him again. With the flying line. Pushback. Control. Thanks for holding another pushback. With the psychic headband from Moon. Give this man a high five. And SMG. What have they done to Polaris? What is going on?
They just hit it right. You know, they hit their power spike now. It's their time to infinitely scale their lineup. Polaris, their lineup just doesn't do as much towards this late game. If the team fight threat from SMG is so damn high, you're really durable in the monkey. You don't have magical burst to deal with him. And the Wukong's their physical burst is falling short because of the sustain from SMG along with that bonus armor. And they don't have any answers. They might be able to go for one last fight, but I was surprised if SMG find a Mega to the end game here.
Yeah, to make you drop your Wukong and then got no answer to it. Because he's going to get laid down, one more step out there, they're going to charge to the snapfire, and no! Look at the cool snapplays! SMG just pushing around everywhere, Polaris, they can't position safely inside their own territory. He's got the X-Tack next to the tree line, Potato. He's able to run into TP. This is just space, that's all it is. Just space created. Mid one finds to make a creature. Now they can get their kills. Team B is going to fall through the axis. They're going to be relying on the buybacks to have any hope of coming back in, but it's down to timing. Mid one. Oh, it feels like they're in a position to clean up kills. Left, right, and center. Down goes the Power Rider. Now Natsumi's going to be in trouble as well. Mid one does not give an absolute damn. Look at the sustain coming up. They'll get the kill regardless, but that's just telling you guys we are so far ahead. Make a creep. We came back from such a rough early game. The mental warfare from mid one.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Victory. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's courier has been killed. Radiant are scanning. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There it goes!
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's structures are fortified.
Just to be clear, if I call you mate, I don't mean it literally.
May the light keep you.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Could be. They go right into double zoo here again. Not, maybe one's going to be in their safe lane, off lane, but I don't think it was like a total draft win for them. If anything, I think they kind of feel like they just walked away with like, oh yeah, we did this strat and we completely, you know, beat them without ideas. I think they did get a bit fortunate.
Yeah.
We have
5
seen
seconds
Winter Wyvern
remaining.
picked up a few times as a response to Enigma and like Pango and just things that need
Yeah.
like BKB disable, BKB piercing disables. However, I'm surprised we don't see it more just in general. The hero is a natural like counter to Zoo through the ult, and also like Zoo is
Radiant
typically
team back.
paired with a lot of physical damage. It's also a lot of units. Everything Wyvern does is suited to fighting against that, so I'm really surprised that people don't value her more than they currently do.
And what about just the state of her in general, though, for this current patch?
Well, that's
10
what I'm not sure
seconds
about.
remaining.
She's seemingly not valued enough to be picked
Dire
up more
team
often,
back.
but she is valued
Radiant
enough to be picked up
team
as a
back.
counter to like an Enigma.
Yeah, I don't think you can just. I don't think the hero is good enough as a support that you can just like first phase it if it doesn't counter something. But like you see Enigma, I think you could be ready.
Dire team back.
Yeah, this is weird. Like Polaris's draft right now is weird to me. They're going back for the Mars favor, but
Radiant team back.
I don't know. I think they were fine with their draft last game. Like they just threw, like just don't throw.
It was more in the execution than
Yeah.
what they were drafting that you
Exactly.
don't feel they need to go back to this staple.
This is like a super comfort for them on the Mars, and the Lion to me
10
doesn't really
seconds remaining.
deal with any of what SMG just picked. Lion struggles to deal
5
with
seconds remaining.
lots of units in a lane. Like he has Earth Spike, right? But it doesn't clear anything. It doesn't clear Eidolons. It doesn't stop him from getting bullied out by an Eng. Typically, you want
Radiant
something a little
team
bit
pick.
more impactful on that stage of the pick. Otherwise, what are you using your like the power of first pick for? Just take a Mars? I don't think SMG were gonna take a Mars from them.
Yeah, maybe just that having that high priority they didn't want to ban in the... Actually, I don't think it was banned at all in game 1
Dire team pick.
either.
Yeah, they
So
got
I
through the
guess-
second phase. I
Yeah.
thought they were gonna pick it, but they took Dawn instead. Well, they had.
Yeah, so that is actually
True.
quite interesting that they place it now
Dire
to the
team
importance
pick.
that it has to.
Radiant
Dragon Knight.
Oh my gosh, this is high speed drafting.
Mirana.
They coming in knowing what they want to get here. The DK versus Ember, we've seen this mid matchup often when the just as a kind of, you know, soft counter pick to the Ember. Does well in lane, gives you an insta stun to catch the Ember so he
10
can't just remnant
seconds
away.
remaining.
Last series though, the DK,
5
the Ember
seconds
actually
remaining.
was farming just as well as the DK for a long while. I know we've seen it go to the extreme where the Ember absolutely just comes out a broken man.
Yeah. It seems depending on like the mid lane, like, you know, there's obviously some skill aspect. It's a lane I've never seen Ember win. It's either even like you say you've trade farm, or DK can maybe 60-40 or even 70-30 like best case.
Yep.
The Morana pickup here, have we seen her yet in SEA DPC? I feel like we have.
I don't know about the, I can't think of any this tour, but yeah, last tour, I mean, C was the region that I feel like Mirana's kind of like one of the signature heroes of the region. Usually C teams are picking and playing Mirana more than other regions.
I think we've seen
We've
Mirana.
seen her twice.
Yeah.
And she has a 50% win rate at the moment.
She's
Yeah.
great, like just with all their heroes. They have so much lockdown. Like this is something Polaris do have a lot of right now. They have so much lockdown. Mars, Mirana, classic combo, just spear into the arrow. She can rotate from the off lane to mid lane, get the DK stun into an arrow. Like there's a lot of fear here. I don't know if SMG wanted to put Enigma on a core and just take something like Abaddon that could really disrupt
Dire
everything
team
Polaris has right now.
Ooh. Yeah, I kind of like that idea, but that's probably it. The one thing I with Mirana
Radiant
is
team back.
you can just arrow the Enchantress creep too.
Yep.
It's nice.
Do you feel that SNG might need to look a little bit towards having something with the lockdown? Something more
Dire
reliable
team
in that
back.
last pick?
I think they need to carry though.
they're
is the
okay.
thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about this Enigma so much. They don't have any BKB piercing disable on Polaris, so if he gets a BKB,
Yeah.
like, he can do whatever he wants. They do have Ember
10
like running
seconds
around with
remaining.
chains. They don't have hard lockdown, so something like I don't know, Morphling could potentially be scared. Oh no, Morphling's banned.
I
They thought ahead, baby.
It does feel
knew.
a bit like they need something to kind of frontline. Like they have like Ember and Meal here, but it doesn't really feel like they have that good hero to kind of, you know, be a
Radiant
body in
team
front. Like
back.
it could come from the carry perhaps, but like ban Timbersaw, I think, because to me it's just like who's standing in front? Who's getting gone on?
Yeah, I'm not sure unless... Yeah, no, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm thinking about SMG as a team because in my head I was about to start running through typical
10
carries
seconds
like a
remaining.
Jug or something.
Yeah.
Well, Jug's banned now, but that's what I was thinking of. And I was
5
like, okay, well, if it's
seconds
SMG, what are they actually going to pick? It's like maybe a Lestrak is going to come out, maybe a Bristleback.
Yeah, Bristle's kind of a cool idea, but maybe not the right carry against like DK Mars. Like
Is it-
that's not the situation.
Is it not bad? Like with an
Dire team.
Axe, I feel like they struggle
Okay.
and get kited pretty hard, but
Radiant team pick.
oh my god, it's happened, our first push.
Carry Pudge.
Yes.
It's a carry.
It's
happening.
Time we're sitting in SEA. I hate it. I don't want to sit on my screen.
Well, no one cares about your opinion. So.
That's fair. No one does.
I'm super hyped. So this
10
Pudge,
seconds
it's
remaining.
actually being picked up like more and more in every other region. I think the most notable one
5
people were looking at
seconds
recently
remaining.
was Man playing it. His build was like, he rushed a Vanguard into Brown Boots into an Axe, and he had it by around 16 minutes, and then went back for stuff like Phase Boots. I know others have gone the Hood instead of the Vanguard, sorry, depending on like the game, but I don't think that's preferred. Either way, Axe Rush was prevalent amongst all core Pudges, so this seems to be the build. Very exciting. The hero has insane stats now. His damage is very high. He's
Yeah.
very good at contesting the lane. This is not the sit in the trees Pudge that you once saw.
Yeah, now the question is where's the damage coming from? You can see why Timber gets banned. They have 3 strength cores here. Win
Choose your
2 Wyvern.
hero.
Is that a mid?
Please be
Moon
cool.
does.
Please be
Moon
cool.
plays mid. Yes.
Yes. Oh.
I think Moon has actually played mid Wyvern more than like any other mid player out there. Even though he wasn't the
Nine?
first one. Yes, he's played it more than 9. He wasn't the first one to do it. 9 was the first. Moon's just like spammed it, even in pro games.
The last time he played in a pro game, he got dumpstered really hard. I remember.
True.
Let's see if John and Aries can add anything extra to this conversation. John, do you have anything?
I like the carry Pudge. I think the idea is great. We saw DB do it, at least in Div 2 last time around. I think Ares was there to watch that one. It can be potent. Last hitting is good, but it's another weird one. I know which way to lean by draft. I guess SMG, their team fight feels good, and their push is pretty nice here.
Man, this is another wild draft. We've got a lot to speak about as well. I think in regards to the position 1 Pudge in particular, though, just there's a lot of percent damage that it has to be worried about. You were already going to the Midnight Pulse, Spirit Siphon as well from the Death Prophet, and now we get the Moon Winter Wyvern as well. So they're going to have really good answers to the Pudge overall. I'm a bit concerned at how Moon's going to lane, though, into the damage. He's going to struggle with last hitting. Will really rely on the Splinter Blast, but we'll see how he's able to shape up. He's very comfortable on this hero.
We definitely will. Are you guys more in favor of the Moon Wyvern or the Natsumi Pudge? Pick one.
Go with Moon Wyvern, especially that there's a Spirit Vessel involved.
You have a good draft here.
Perfect. Cast a curse on SMG. So game 2. It's,
See if it came.
we'll see you guys around for game 3. But now we're jumping into game number 2.
Thank you very much, Nat. John, this is the at least third time now. Like you said, DB played the Pudge position 1. They were able to take that game. I also saw a 71-minute game of a carry Pudge that was Liquid versus Goon Squad, make it 74 minutes, in fact. Matumbaman unfortunately wasn't able to take that game victory. I was just seeing who he was laning with, and it was Enchantress. So I was just trying to, we were speaking a little bit about the draft. Hold that thought, Polaris. So this Pudge is a nutty lane. You have a ridiculous amount of damage. Who needs a Cloning Blade? We've got 79 damage kind of helping out. He's got branches, gauntlets. But this is going to be interesting. I think how they play this lane is just like line tries to wrap around, gets an Earth Spike, Natsumi gets on top of the rock, all of us. Okay. He's one for one. Start the game along with Zay trying to kill the Illusion. They will be successful. That was I'm pretty sure that was a blind hook. I don't see no wards. I don't think anyone was granted the vision there. So Nats, one for one. John, you gotta be on hook counter here this game, mate. All right.
Yeah. One so far. Still the fight's not over.
Hang on. They're gonna get a second kill. They're gonna get a second kill. Mid one too far over. Oh, are we repeating game one? I know they didn't get kind of the Polaris, but they were.
Have been denied.
To Lelouch at 1v1, and Lelouch doesn't even need to go for Dragon Blood. He knows he can be offensive with just Dragon Tail, Breed Fire, and run Moon down if he can.
So we were speaking in the draft about how this top lane was going to shape up potentially with the Eidolons or bottom lane. Pi doesn't get the speed connection. Okay. So we were speaking about how maybe SMG could play this lane with just having the Eidolons be able to tank the hook. So far, Polaris, what they've been doing is TMV, get Spike, and that's free way to set up. Now that they've got the Eidolons, so you see.
Так, как мы видим, 8-3. Хорошо стоит свою линию. В то же время про Марса я не могу сказать такие же вещи. 3-1 у него. Испытывает пока некие трудности на этой линии. Видимо, Инчану, Пайлайдай выполняет свою функцию, да? Этого Space Creator на линии. Прям очень много он делает. При этом еще и умудряется душить как-то Марса. Ну, а Мирана... Мирана просто стоит, что-то там стрелы кидает куда-то. Пока нормально. То есть, в принципе, обе команды в балансе находятся, учитывая то, что здесь мид просто выигран. И вот он, нападение в топе на Рейджин Потейто, пытается его убить. Фейрик еще имеется, если что, им можно воспользоваться, но урона в любом случае не хватает пока команде Polaris сверху, и героя отпускают.
Ну, а тут же еще и такой качественный сетап, может быть, под крюк. Сейчас это, я думаю, подкоп. Просто этого, в принципе, достаточно, чтобы Нацуми кнопки нажал свои, хукнул. Но в перспективе еще и Хекс будет тут. Леона. И, конечно, Нацуми должен хуками попадать. Опять же, сифоны подкачиваются, можно и на хуки. Попадать, кататься, а потом драться, разворачиваться.
Да, в этом вся проблема, то что ДПшку пробить довольно трудно, если у нее есть сифоны, и она их нажимает, да? То есть, если она нажимает сифон вот в эту фигню 1000 хп, извините, она его не убьет просто. Точнее, ее не убьют. Она будет восполнять себе огромное количество здоровья и спокойно будет файтить с вражеской командой.
И у Нацуми флешхит на старте качнул. Вот тебе, пожалуйста, 2 заряда уже имеется. Ничего нет толком, 1000 хитпоинтов. Красиво.
Ну, это норм идея, потому что он же, сифон же периодический урон, да, а он весь периодический урон, ну, нормально режет за счет этой пассивки. Он ее нажимает, просто на его...
Там же бустанули, да, флешхип?
Да, там на 7 единиц вроде бы бустанули. То есть раньше было... Да, а сейчас еще больше. То есть нормально, ну, цифры нормальные.
Да, плюс 7 получается.
Да, плюс 7 получается много.
Ну, где-то на 7 больше.
Ну, просто я помню точно, что на 28 уровне... Ой, на 4 уровне 28 единиц он режет вроде. То есть там, пускай будет минус 7, это будет 21.
Get committal for his team, he still has that impact. So we'll see whether or not this is enough coming out from TMV, and whether or not they're slowing it down enough. As Op still has pretty free reign over the jungle, and Lion can't really stop that. The Eidolon spam doesn't have his best wave here. Take a look at that mid again. Lelouch, instead of pull massively ahead in comparison to Moon, Moon doesn't have anything to sustain his mana.
A wyvern's bread.
The prize is mine. Lava.
Did you catch that?
Nossa, o mid-one ele continua falando mid de novo. Que dessa vez eles imaginam que com o auxílio do terceiro herói eles finalizem esse DK. E nossa, tem o quarto, por sinal, a Polaris também tá no mid. O Marte sozinho, um bot pra ele.
Todo pra ele, 2 braçadeiras, um anel da alma.
Dire's middle tower is under
Chaves
attack.
agora vem aqui com a sua runa de invisibilidade, pegando informação do Afu que tá por aqui ainda. Chaves que tá sendo visto, eles estão se falando de boa, o Malefício agora pra cima dele. A Afu ganhou um pouco de tempo, consegue sair do alcance. O Centauro tancando a estrutura, Mid-One vai um pouco mais atrás. A flecha conecta no Mid-One, não foi do Centauro, mas agora tem uma prisão de guerra. Mid-One joga um resquício, Nevermind vem de teleporte. Consegue erguer a arena, ele sai! E a arena não conecta no Mid-One. Belezinha.
Nossa, ele deu um TP embaixo do Mawat. Foi sorte que não teve mais nenhum disable. Não sei se ele não tinha ainda flash.
Sides understanding the importance of that mid tier 1 and the importance of that momentum from mid. Moon and Lush want that early build up, want to be able to start running around with their heroes. It's still looking a little bit better here for Lush. Number 1 in effort, still not yet at that blink. He's starting to build in. You get a bit of a chase going onto Xavius, can't fully commit onto him. And from these movements, it feels like it hurts mid-one the most. He's leaving his safe lane, he's not finding farm. Being aggressive here.
Extra committed.
Ясно, то є важливо. От, коли люди починають купувати там першим айтемом Мідас без нічого, то є дуже погано. Боже, як ти помер? Мій же ж пиріжечку солоденький на цю, ну як ти помер? Віверна взлітає, можна ультувати, і не хоче. Можна було, до речі, ультанути по якомусь умовному Ксавіусу, Ліончик там його бив би, і роздамажив би ще й добили по його. Raging Potato з урною, до речі, у нас ДПшечка. Забирають вежу, молодці, Team SMG. Це важливо. Це є дуже важливо. ДК намагається щось тут на центральній лінії зробити, але він навіть не вдарив жодного разу по будівлі. От вдаряє і відходить, правильно робиш. Так і треба грати. Але дай тобі нічого тут не зробить, він тебе навіть не проб'є на 2 хп. Станчик. Це не герой просто. Не відпускати Акфу, не відпускати. Він намагатиметься зараз зробити телепорт, але ви його не відпускаєте, правильно? Станчик пішов. Роби тебе. Аху, Нацумі. Да. Кидали Савіус. Якби ти бив, ти не вмер би. Ну це непоганий трейд від Акху. Він не отримав експи, але він хоча б розміняв, і це вже добре.
Oh, hell yes.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Я знаю, чому не відображає пережеч. Тому що в мене не зв'язаний з цим аккаунтом. Пішов, непогано. Болік.
Y mientras están en la parte de medio, otra vez sufriendo una caída más. Lo del Winter the Moon. Otra vez el push, no el push de Natsumi, que ya va por las 6 carnes, ya tiene esas 6 cargas del Flash Hip, ¿no? Que le da el bloqueo de daño y también la fuerza adicional, bueno, para el propio Puch, ¿no? Que en esta oportunidad Chile lo está jugando de posición 1 como el propio estilo que lo hizo en Europa del Oeste. Cuidado en la parte inferior, exorcismo. Va a ir a por Nevermore en problemas. Nevermind. Que se me viene a la mente la palabra Nevermore. Pero está sobre Mars de Nevermind. Y rápidamente Rey Potito también se va hacia la parte de medio para intentar pusharle esta torre y logra hacerlo. Y cuidado, buscar el defender, pero TMB no cree. No le tiene piedad a la pobre Dead Prophet y con un dedo la mandará a dormir. No está el dedo de la muerte entonces para Lion, que suma su primera carga. Cuidado, lanza que conecta.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Allies.
Hay un Moonlight Shadow, pero es para matarlo.
Mid one, Cox should use the black hole and even sucks at it. Yeah, a bit of a friendly tip, so to say, to the Dragonite.
Yeah, to get punishment they need onto that BK. They found all the tier 1 towers here from SMG, so that strong push you mentioned, Aries, before the 12-minute mark, it's fully realized. As we hit the 12-minute mark, every single tier 1 tower gone from Polaris' end. For Polaris' part, it does feel like, you know, towards the mid and late game.
Tool to teach.
Aqui na Floresta dos Temidos tem a Fu e o Pai Laidai farmando muitas unidades, né? O Tudão tem que trazer esse HN mesmo pra lidar com todas essas criaturas. Utiliza a armadura de corpos, informando os esqueletinhos. Lá na trilha do bot, Moon vem na trocação com Nevermind. Nevermind ergue o baluarte, mas tá queimando.
É o Moon que tá apagado no game por enquanto, tem ali apenas 2 participações, claro, são 6 só, mas tá tendo aquele game de Wyvern que a gente estava esperando, e olha o setup nele inclusive.
Que tô, Espinhos da Terra também não, tem maldição de inverno pra cima dele, agora sim o teleporte, vai sobrar pro TMV, né, coitado.
Nossa, veio 4 heróis da SMG, então são 3 TPs, eu acho que vale pela morte do Lion, tá bom. Eles ganham 260, só que perdem 300 nos TPs. Vantagem pra Polaris. Mas ainda é um game que, pô, não é tão explosivo quanto o game passado, por mais que os picks sejam... A parte explosiva do game são os picks até o momento, mas não tem uma vantagem expressiva não, apenas um cara tá bastante troca de farm. Eu acho que o game vai começar a esquentar já, porque o Pudão agora 200 pra Ganin.
Tem fumaça da enganação pelo time da SMG. Sombra lunar é utilizada.
Vou encontrar o garotão.
Já vem aqui com a tendência da natureza. Natsumi tá invisível. Posiciona o sentinela. Vamos encontrar ele. Vai ter buraco negro? Opa, um exercício interessante. Acabou o dragão, é melhor ainda. Olha o Natsumi contestado. Segurou e skill vai ser punido. O gancho de carne acaba não conectando o mid-one, trazendo dano interessante. Lelout com a ronda de dano dupla é colocado pra correr, porque o sifão e o exorcismo, os enigminhas judiam muito. É um dive na T3. O que tá acontecendo? Meu Deus do céu. Enigma foi punido, mas levam 3 da Polaris.
Eu também achei que ele hesitou bastante no buraco negro, só que tem bastante disable vindo da Polaris, se ele não conseguir saber que tá separado. Enfim, o que importa é que eles conseguiram matar o Pudge. É um Pudge que ainda não tá tão tanque assim. Apenas 2k de vida, a gente vê os Pudges com muito mais. Porque ele tira o item proibido, tá com a Ganin dele. Só que eu acho que ele precisa de um BKB ainda pra ficar tranquilo. E vale lembrar, dano em porcentagem de vida tanto do Death Prophet quanto do Winter Wyvern, então...
O espinho da terra foi perfeito! Com direita flecha e o dedo da morte! Pudão tá queimando com a podridão, trazendo um dano interessante, mas o Lelote transloca pra punir o Raging Potato. O sifão espiritual é interessante, tem receptáculo na cabeça do Lelote, sentinela posicionada na
tá pedra na mão.
Gancho de perda, gancho de carne não tava disponível. Vem agora a translocação com uma boa cauda do dragão, a flecha conecta, mas tá queimando o Lelout, ele cai. Nevermind silenciado, vai ter arena disponível. Enquanto
Nossa,
isso aqui vai atrás do Natsumi. Moon consegue sair, vem buraco negro pra cima desse Mars, enquanto vai lá e tenta fazer alguma play ali, mas simplesmente teleporta na cara dele. No fim das contas, perdem 2, punem 1. Acho que tá tranquilo pra SMG.
Tá, sem dúvida. E cara, a Enchantress jogou demais, ela ativa os atendentes da natureza e faz o Mr. Presidente pro Moon, ele se joga na frente da bala, só que no caso era o gancho, e salva o Winter Wyvern. Foi muito bem jogado, agora setupzinho no Ember, acho que dessa ele não sai não.
Nossa senhora, que dano! Olha o alcance dessa podridão. E o setup agora muito bom ali de controle por cima dele. Puxa muito forte nessa trilha do top, tem MV, vem de avanço, espinhos da terra pra cima dele.
Olha esse herói, o quanto ele vai comprar tempo.
Olha como sobrevive, a lança conecta, tem MV, vem sugando a mana. Oba, espinhos da terra, e agora sim a flecha conecta, finalmente cai a Enchantress.
Suporte 5. Ai meu Deus, por quanto tempo isso também, Valve? Por quanto tempo? Mas tá bom. Buscar de vantagem. A parte difícil é que o Ember tá morrendo. Ele nasce, morre, nasce. Vamos ver se ele vai morrer de novo, porque já tem uma rotação. Tanto o Lelout, o Natsumi e o Shaves estão andando pro bot. Ele tem um resquício atrás. Aqui não sei não, hein. O Mid-One ele tem um modo bom de arranjar a morte. Tá.
Conseguiu sair. E o Natsumi que cancelou a BKB e tá indo pra Mortalha Eterna, hein. Tá chegando ela, tá na mão.
Esse item foi buffado, tem a... Aumenta a resistência mágica dele e diminui o cooldown. É uma das melhores coisas que você quer ver num buff. Eu acho válido, não sei se é o item do Pudão, mas de qualquer jeito vai absorver uma quantidade legal de dano mágico e aumenta a mana dele, ele de vez em quando tem problema de mana. Então acho que é um... a parte mais importante sem dúvida é o roubo de vida arcana.
Chaves foi encontrado agora. Transloca agressivo, mas o Lelout vai punir. Garante aqui o gancho de carne. Foi fominha. Espinhos da terra ganhando um pouco de tempo. Tem MV vai acabar sendo punido. A lança, a consequência na flecha é muito boa. Tem maldição de inverno pra cima do Pudão, mas ele tanca tudo e todos. Não tá nem aí com nada. Vai tentar teleportar na cara deles, não vai não. Enquanto isso a briga se separa, vai lá e dá e sofre a kill aqui pro Natsumi. E enquanto o Moon é punido pelo Nevermind.
E agora sim, é o timing do garotão. E foi uma luta que não encaixou bem, não conseguiram salvar a Death Prophet. E precisam do dano dela, tanto do exorcismo quanto do sifão pra ganhar essas teamfights. E também foi uma luta sem o Ember. Então ajuda a situação pro Polaris que... Não sei, eles não vão conseguir capitalizar em nenhum objetivo, mas ainda assim é uma luta muito forte pra eles. Fez um Roshan, mas o Roshan é meio lento, complicado.
Né, e o Pudão que tá ali com seus 2.500 de vida, pegou o talento de roupa de vida arcana, tem a mortalha, 26 de força que ganha com a armadura de corpos, Nevermind e Raging Potato. Estão por aqui. Tá na maldade. Viu o Raging Potato. Vai buscar? Não tem arena. Mas pegou a informação também que o Wafu tá por aqui. Opa, foi pra cima do Enigma, vai bater pra cima dele, conseguiu o gravetinho, abre o tapetão, mas é punido. Poxa, mas é uma troca de um suporte por Rock, será que vai dar mesmo, Nevermind?
Se ele não tivesse parado pra usar o tapetão, ele conseguia kaitar e não tomar esse right click do Marte, mas tudo bem. Pergunto se vale a pena, ao invés de ir pro BKB cedo, pegar a daga de translocação nesse Pudão. Eu imagino que, eventual na build dele, ele deve ir para as translocações esmagadoras. Imagino, pelo menos. Mas tá valorizando muito o BKB, que é justo. Mas eu acho que essa translocação aí, para ele acompanhar, para ele até surpreender alguém nas side lanes, isso é muito valioso.
Natsumi tentou um gancho de carne. Opa, toma cuidado, hein, vídeo? Antes de tomar essa mordida aqui, essa mordida tá doendo. Tem muita força acumulada aqui nesse Pudão. TMV tá nesse top. Pega a informação de que o Raging Potato tá por aqui.
3 heróis pra tentar matar o Pud.
Eu acho que consegue, hein? Mortalha Eterna, tem desmembrado em cima dele. Buraco Negro, maldição do inverno. Que isso, gente? E olha o Wafu queimando na podridão. Tenta sair agora.
Que isso?
Symphony of Skills. Tudo dando errado pra SMG. Oh, não.
Cara, era só... Nossa, e perde dano todo, tanto do buraco negro quanto do pulso da meia-noite. Tipo, dá tudo errado, cara.
Causou todo o dano no Enigma, que a podridão tava ligada. Só os peidinhos neles.
É, isso daí é o famoso Mr. CEO.
Bola de fogo no chão, vem trazendo muito dano agora pra cima do Pai Laidai.
Quem não conhece a história do Mr. CEO é o seguinte: ele, quando jogava na Fnatic, o time mudava e o Moon nunca era quicado. Era todo mundo menos o Moon. Aí a galera achou que pra ele não ser quicado, só tinha uma resposta: ele era o CEO do time e o CEO é inquicável. Porque sempre achavam que ele não performava bem no time e devia ser modificado. Enfim, essa daí foi um play do Mr. CEO. Nossa, é aquela hora que você não sabe nem o que falar na comunicação. Você quer ver isso ou não, mano? E aí o Enigma, então, ele só, tipo, bota a mão na cabeça e fala: velho, não deu certo, tá bom. Pra não falar mais abobrinha.
Né? Ultimate que tem um cooldown altíssimo e ainda foi punido. Ave Maria. Fumaça agora pelo time da SMG, Raging Potato, Pai Laidai, sobre o efeito dela, o Mon também, mas o Mon tá na base, regenerando. Sentinela posicionada, TMV. Speedone que tem uma esfera de Linkings aqui no moderno. Opa, queima de mana, espinho da Dá pra cima dele, Natsumi agora vai mordendo, o dano da podridão é muito alto, tá punido! Lion acaba caindo também, mas olha o offlaner, como judia. E agora aos pouquinhos, vai demorar um pouco, mas o Paladar vai cair, né? Não tem como. Cara, o tamanho desse Pud. 3k de vidas, enquanto aqui no bot o Chaves é punido. Tem teleporte de resposta do Natsumi. Acaba não tendo efetividade. Mas punem ali o offlaner de suporte por troca de 2 suportes.
Os mesmos heróis no bot. Pudão avançando. Não tem buraco negro. Tá, eles vão voltar.
Bateu em retirada.
Mas o dano em porcentagem, tanto do pulso da meia-noite quanto do Winter Wyvern, pode ser o bastante pra finalizar o Pudge. Eu acho que foi mais uma questão de errarem o... Ele tá...
Ai.
Meu amigo.
Ai.
Pescou. Foi quase.
Sombra Lunar utilizada agora, vai ter avanço nessa trilha do top, mas eu acho que foi embaixo da ward, hein? E eu acho que o time da SMG tá sabendo disso. Vai ter start agora pra cima do Lelout, utiliza da BKB, a flash acaba não conectando em ninguém, ó. Tapetão no chão. Lion já é punido e o exorcismo vem trazendo bastante dano. Chaves consegue sair aqui, ganha um pouco de tempo, mas as correntes de fogo buscam ele, vai ser punido também. E vão ser 3 em troca de nada.
E agora é Roshan. Exorcismo utilizado, combate perto do Roshan, 3 heróis mortos na Polaris, capitalizar nesse objetivo que é muito importante, ainda mais na mão do Espudão que não ia morrer, cara, tipo, nunca mais nessa situação. Então, há essa sobrevida no Ember também, que até o momento não tá tendo um game tão bom. Ou até pro Moon, que tá bem frágil, o Moon quase no seto de H-Lin dele, então vai poder escolher quando ele vai poder utilizar a autorização ártica. O game muda da água pro vinho assim que ele tira esse item.
Tá, então Edge na mão do mid one. Polaris fica um pouco de mãos atadas. Tô sentindo falta do Nevermind, tentando fazer mais plays. No momento que ele foi fazer play era um pouco mais solito, né? Acabou sendo uma
apagado mesmo o Marte. Vamos ver se ele dá o comeback, porque a arena é muito forte nesse game. Sem dúvida, vai tirar ali os hits do... Na real, agora é uma dúvida, porque para ou não para Flying Units a arena?
Flying Units, você diz exorcismo?
Não, no caso é o Winter Wyvern voando.
Olha, com essa última atualização que teve, eu acho que para, sim. Tauro.
E toda hora muda, é difícil de saber o que pega e o que não pega. Mas vai ser bom pra kaitar esses hits da cauterização ártica. Que tá, ó, 300 de gold. Esse item, cara, é o modo que eles têm pra finalizar o Pudge.
Cauterização ártica judia, queima de vida altíssima. E o pudão agora que veio pra adaga que você falou. Dá uma olhadinha na itemização da galera, espera de linkings aqui na mão do mid one. Enigma tem a sua adaga. Dev Prophet, receptáculo e BKB. Temos pingente aqui na mão do Paladin. Lâmina do bruxo e agora Aghanim na mão do Moon. Pelo lado da Polaris.
Lelout não encontrou.
Vai ter avanço, hein? Ok, ficou por isso. Sombra Lunar utilizada, mas sem resposta. Chaves finalizou aqui o seu seto de Aghanim. Temos o BKB Daga no Lelout com o seu Dragonite. Vermine também, Daga BKB indo para uma Dizola. Lionizer também tem a sua Daga. E o pudão da rapaziada com Mortalha, Aghanim, BKB e Daga. É o time da mobilidade aqui da Polaris. Temos 4 dagas no jogo e um herói que tem 3 saltos. Com isso o jogo dá uma esfriada.
Uma esfriada que nem o Rio aqui. O friozinho tá bom. Ó, o Ember tá quase no BKB dele, imagino que ele finaliza agora nessa wave. Faltando R$50, tá bom. Mas algum item importante. O Marte vai estar investindo numa desoladora. Interessante para aumentar o dano dele. Esse burst pode ser importante não só para ele avançar waves e escalar mais no jogo, mas também para tentar finalizar esses heróis chatos da SMG. São papéis, por sinal, então esse dano a mais burst pode ser importante para finalizar alguém. E ó, olha o dano, um tapa do Wyvern. Vai ter que dar BKB.
Ok, Gancho tá reposicionando, a Flash conecta com tempo e o Natsumi vem agora controlando o Winter Wyvern que tem buraco negro pra cima deles, mas o Natsumi não tá nem aí, ele não sofre dano, utiliza agora sua BKB e vai punindo, olha a podridão como queima, rapaziada. Vai tirar a Edge do mid one, BKB TP é utilizada pelo Purão. Break tem uma provocação, vai punir a Miraninha porque o exorcismo tá ativo. Troca de 2x2. Nevermind. Opa, Natsumi não tá nem aí com nada. A arena agora sim é utilizada, não vai nem conseguir utilizar. A BKB deletado de 100 pra 0. Vai dar é o próximo alvo. Foi muito otimista agora nesse TPzinho, hein?
Não tinha opção também. Cara, essa é a história da Death Prophet. Ela ativa o exorcismo, ela vai pra cima e ela toma um chain stun e ela não consegue nem utilizar o BKB dela. Isso tá sendo constante nesse jogo. E isso é um problema porque ele quer utilizar o sifão espiritual pra ganhar essa vida de volta, pra dar o dano em porcentagem nesses heróis parrudos. Ele tá conseguindo nunca, literal, nunca jogar. Então, mais uma vez, e o Ivern ele acabou aproximando demais. Eles iniciaram muito bem no DK. Você viu que o dano em porcentagem de vida foi absurdo nele. Só que daí? Ele compromete o posicionamento dele. O Pudge que tem a daga de translocação encosta no Ivern. E aí não tem buraco negro que salve esse herói. Muito papel no momento. Tô achando que o Pudão... Será que a galera vai conseguir... Será que o Pudão vai conseguir carregar esse game? Eu tô achando que sim.
Tem Sombra Lunar, tá controlado. Ember Spirit perde a sua link e agora chega o Pudão fazendo o controle. Olha o dano dele! Nevermind aparece também pra garantir que ele não vai a lugar nenhum. Vai pra base, mas de uma maneira que ele não gostaria.
De novo no Ivern.
Do meio, Lelout. Tem sifão espiritual pra cima dele, mas ele consegue utilizar a BKB. Bate em retirada tranquilo.
O Moon sua frio, com certeza, nessa situação, porque ele ainda tem só 2k de vida, ele tá sendo alvo e a maioria das vezes estão conseguindo finalizar ele muito bem. Vamos forçar a luta sem o Ember Spirit? Interessante. Silence tá mirando.
Ergue os bracinhos e agora sim vem de exorcismo.
Conseguiu dar BKB.
Consegue trazer a mordida, enquanto isso a briga se separa aqui atrás. Tem maldição de inverno pra cima desse Dragonite. Rage Potato agora sim traz muito dano e o Natsumi vem de BKB agora, vai buscar mais a velocidade de movimento dessa Death Prophet é altíssimo. Vai conseguir chegar, a podridão encaixou. A podridão encaixou, assim como a flecha, o dano pra cima dessa Death Prophet é
a porcentagem de vida do Pudge indo embora.
Tá descendo a vida do Natsumi. A cauterização ártica judia demais. Tem que ser cauteloso. A mortalha eterna tá disponível. Agora sim ele usa e olha como regenera. Vai tentar ganhar um pouco de tempo. Utiliza isso nem rodando. Vai só na podridão mesmo. Perde toda a mana. Natsumi agora vem com desmembrar. E agora...
Olha o tanto de vida que ele ganha. Meu Deus.
3.900 pontos de vida. Ela ainda tá brincando com a rapaziada. Chega Miliano. Corrente de fogo a full. Traz bastante dano e agora sim o buraco negro pra cima do Natsumi. Com a cauterização.
Meu Deus.
Punido não vai. Meu Deus. Vai punir uma full de novo. TMV ainda tá vivo, controlando o Winter Wyvern, mas o Mid One vai cobrar. Finalmente o Pudge cai. Nevermind sobre o efeito da sombra lunar, tá escondidinho, tá maroteando, não tem teleporte, vai ter que fazer um milagre. Ai, foi visto, encontrado, amarrado. A corrente de fogo parou ele, ganhou um pouco de tempo com a lança, utiliza agora da sua BKB. A flecha passa por pouco, mas o Mid One tá com sangue no olho, vai punir, não quer nem saber. A corrente de fogo novamente disponível, controlando ele.
Vai tomar.
Agora vai ser punido. Nossa senhora, olha a velocidade de ataque do Moon. Vai ser punido. Tá queimando. O último hit veio. O Lelout traz uma boa cauda do dragão. Mid One finaliza. Tem bola de fogo no chão. Quebra esse de link, mas o Lelout tá queimando. A cauterização ártica é demais. Vai lá e tá tancando torre. Vão novamente buscar na T3. Que é isso? Estão indo na T3.
Bora, compra do Pudão.
Chegando o Big Boss. Vai morder aqui, mas tem uma... Agora, uma podridão queimando. É só Enchantress. O Moon tenta salvar utilizando a maldição do Averno, mas não tinha ninguém atacando ele. Acaba muito rápido. E, meu Deus, Melo, o que tá acontecendo nesse jogo?
Cara, essa luta aí foi um desastre, principalmente porque tem a recompra do Pudão. É um período onde que se ele morrer de novo, dá pra finalizar o game. E agora, tem recompra no Marte e no DK, imagina que esse exorcismo é pra forçar. E se não forçar, eles vão levar, não tem fortificação. Tá
extremamente agressivo, mas o Rage Potato foi muito rápido, traz uma BKB, uma translocação extremamente agressiva. Não tá nem aí com nada. Chuva estelar traz um pouco de dano, mas as barracas estão sendo focadas. O retardo de movimento é muito alto, Natsumi.
BKB.
Tem olho de descarte em quem aqui, misericórdia?
No Ember.
Tem olho de descarte no Ember. Tá saindo muito item grande aqui pela SMG, 6.000 de vantagem, resumo de batalha na tela pra vocês, acaba nem pegando todas as kills, mas é isto.
Cara, interessante, eles resolveram optar por manter essa recompra tanto no Marte quanto no DK, já que o PUD não tinha mais. E não tem como você levar mais de um quartel dos guerreiros e magos, já que ainda tem ST2 tanto do top quanto do bot. Aí resolveram sacrificar o mid mesmo. Vai ter Roshan daqui a 5 segundinhos, vai ser um time onde que a Polaris vai ter todos os heróis e não vai ter ainda por mais 20 segundos o buraco negro. Então dá pra buscar essa luta. O Winter Wyvern tá com dinheiro pra comprar alguma coisa, ele que já recomprou pra ganhar a luta do bot. Vamos ver se ele vai pegar um BKB ou se ele vai pra Lâmina das Sombras mesmo, ele escolhe a Lâmina das Sombras. E o Rage Potato tá quase no... e resolveu investir para terminar uma proteção de Shivas, mais outro modo de ter aquela redução de regeneração, né? Acompanhando o olho de Skad do Ember. Então é um modo de lidar com o Pudão que, cara, na luta do bot, o tanto que ele realou no ultimate dele não tá no livro. E a luta foi tão grande que não deu nem pra falar. A Enchantress que foi iniciada foi a que sobreviveu tudo.
Foi.
Impressionante esse herói.
E agora o Pudão tem fragmento, então não vai conseguir salvar o amiguinho.
Sim, e o melhor ainda é ter menos cooldown no desmembrar. Até pro modo agressivo.
Então, reduz o intervalo de usos, permite morder um amiguinho, vai regenerar ele, tem um alcance de uso nos aliados de 300. Tem uma rapaziada por aqui, hein? Bom. Não tem invisível, tô sob o efeito da lâmina, mas esse set dele, né? RGB, fica tudo bugado. Tá sendo visto?
O Moon, ele tem que tomar cuidado com o posicionamento dele. Ele, se bobear, era mais importante no time da CMG. Porque ele tem... todo mundo é muito parrudo na Polaris. O resto tá ali basicamente pra kaitar. O Ember ele dá um dano considerável, mas é muito mais valioso pra ele pegar essa luta de modo... Como é que eu posso dizer? De modo esguio, kaitando, utilizando os punhos velozes que ele pegou, o talento do 25 de ter 2 cargas. E jogar administrando, né? Kaitando a galera e deixar o Wyvern entrar com dano massivo em porcentagem de vida.
E pra lidar com todos esses heróis parrudos, tá aí, né? Tem rotação muito boa. Informação da rapaziada aqui. Maldição de inverno pra cima dessa Mirana silenciada. Não vai sobreviver. É muito dano, né? Nevermind até tá posicionado por aqui, mas ele vai lá e pega a informação dele. Escutei o Malefício. É pra cima do Pudão. O Malefício foi no Dragonite, então o Pudão consegue este abate livre, leve e solto pra cima do Aku. Tem teleporte no tiro do bot. Mid-one. Faz o avanço com os punhos velozes, Natsumi farma tudo. Ele ainda tem uma espada paladina, cara. Agora que eu percebi isso, meu Deus, tudo que ele precisava.
O Dota é justo. Mas o... agora ele tá indo pra as locações esmagadora. Pensando se vale a pena um coração de Tarrasque na mão dele, ou se ele vai pra um item um pouquinho mais agressivo, até um satânico da vida, alguma coisa pra dar um modo de espelar, pode ser interessante. Mas ao mesmo tempo, se vale a pena ele ir pra talvez uma coraça de combate, ele tá com um ataque speed decente, até o Pudão tá batendo bastante. Mas é difícil de dizer nesse momento, tipo, ele precisa de muita coisa e o melhor ainda é ele encontrar o Wyvern. Não é um trabalho só dele, mas é algo que é necessário para Polaris conseguir ganhar esse game. E meu, tá uma doideira, velho.
Ok, sombra lunar utilizada, sentinelas posicionadas, TMV posiciona observadora reveladora, pega a informação dessa ward aqui. Chaves vai quebrar o ward.
Nossa, o Nevermind tá no meio do pagode ali, ninguém sabe.
Ele tem uma gema da visão verdadeira, é pra buscar o Moon. Assim como o Melo pontuou, a Polaris também imagina, né? Sabe que tem que punir o Moon antes de tudo.
O DK termina a Manta. Por sinal, a Manta antes de terminar a Ganin. Engraçado, mas válido também. Hookzinho pra pegar a runa.
Sentinels posicionadas, observador e revelador. O Budão tá enraizado. Orbe de Lotus pra cima dele. O retardo de movimento bem.
Olha o dano do Moon já.
Agora tá controlado, mas o Natsumi traz a mordida pra cima dele da Fu. Vem de buraco nele e agora sim o Moon queima muito ele. Maldição de inverno pra cima do Lelote.
Nossa, o Moon tá no meio da galera.
Não nada. Natsumi tá regenerando tudo, tá silenciado, tá queimando no tapetão. E agora sim foi finalizado, mas o Moon acaba caindo também. Nevermind é punido. É um ultra kill na mão do Raging Potato. Olha o que ele fez com esse exorcismo.
Cara, 5 mil de dano pelo Enigma. Só no tapete. Bota o negócio no pudão e deixa o dano estacar. Mas... essa luta teria sido ainda melhor se o Winter Wyvern não tivesse colado no meio da galera. Não sei o que aconteceu, não vi se tinha a arena atrapalhando os auto-ataques dele, mas ele resolveu ficar range contra um pudão. Quer dizer, melee contra um pudão. E aí ele acabou sendo finalizado, só que mesmo assim a vitória foi muito boa. Quem ficou livre dessa vez foi o Raging Potato. E ele também traz aquele dano em porcentagem de vida e um dano físico muito forte. Pega um ultra kill na mão dessa Death Prophet.
É, ele que tem sifão, receptáculo e Shivas, então essa rapaziada aí tá sofrendo. TMV tá bem posicionado pra quebrar a esfera de links do Mid-1.
Mid-1 que terminou também um certo de Ganin, então ele pode encontrar esse suporte muito fácil, ter aquele trabalho de carregar com os skits muito bem. TMV tava numa situação ali meio complicada, mas ele não chutou nenhum punho veloz ali no meio das árvores pra ver se tinha alguém. E agora encaixa um danozinho na Mirana, mas é um push de estrutura meio lento, não tem as criaturas do Enigma, não tem exorcismo, tarda mas não falha, mas tarda bastante.
Agora sim, o quartel dos guerreiros dos magos, perdão, tá sendo focado, a sombra lunar é utilizada. Opa, o Lelout vem de parte pra cima da gente.
Nossa, Enigma morto.
Esse acaba caindo, o Rage Potato vem agora de BKB, vai punindo o Lion que está amedrontado. Os punhos velozes é bem interessante, Lion cai de um lado, Nevermind ergue o baluarte, Chaves
tem BKB nele.
Sua flecha, fica por isso, Orbe de Lotus, tentar trazer sua sobrevida e eles batem em retirada. Vamos levar somente o quartel dos magos. Pudão renasceu. É a hora do Chaves brilhar, hein? Ele dobrou com o bote.
Pudão nasceu. Eles não tem tanto motivo pra comprar essa luta, ainda mais sem o Enigma. Melhor deixar nascer. Não ia ter buraco negro de qualquer jeito, até se essa luta fosse agora. E é um buraco negro que a gente nem falou, mas não tem resposta nenhuma, tirando o Pudão pra um BKB e Black Hole, né? Então, basta esperar o Enigma nascer e utilizar esse recurso no Pudão. Por sinal, o Enigma tá indo até pro cetro de Ganin pra aumentar ainda mais o dano em porcentagem de vida. Porcentagem de vida é tipo o nome desse jogo. Em tudo, né?
É isso.
Tanto em regeneração quanto em dano, o que importa é você descer esse Pudão mais rápido. E é um Pudão que tá indo pra disco dos Elves, hã? Ok. Acho que é um modo muito... Acho que o jogo da SMG parece ser muito fácil tirar, trocar esse item. Se ele é tão valioso assim, não. Mas é a escolha do Natsumi.
Sondar é utilizado, pega a informação da rapaziada aqui na T3. Sombra lunar pra tentar sair deles. O ano que tem 2 minutos de edge ainda, flecha conecta nos creeps. Chuva estelar traz a limpeza dessa leva de criaturas. Enquanto isso aqui atrás...
SMG. Never mind. Okay, gonna say don't too long, my guy. The buyback status is buybacks for everyone. They're gonna see Nevermind with that water bleed. Jumping from off food. Nevermind. It's gonna get a bunch of health back thanks to the Satanics. Nevermind's gonna be okay. But as soon as the beacon expires, they can chase him down afterwards to the Mars. It's gonna buyback to utilize here.
Trava. Mid-1, transloca extremamente agressivo. Vão garantir as super criaturas nessa trilha do top.
Em uma repreensão divina ele quase desceu o Enigma. Meu Jesus. Mas ainda assim, o exorcismo ainda tá rolando. Nossa, vai.
Com direito a orbe restaurador. Conseguem controlar aqui o mid one. Tem a mesma carga pra cima desta Miranha. E agora sim o Natsumi aparece mordendo o Raging Potato. Traz bastante dano aqui, mas agora vem um abraço de lado. A flecha não conecta e tá regenerando muito. Maldição da Varna pra cima dele, trazendo bastante dano. Olha esse exorcismo regenerando tudo todo. Zafu aparece agora com o buraco negro. Consegue punir o Bud. Mid one perde a sua primeira vida. Nevermind transloca aqui atrás, buscando eles. Lelout está sendo bastante controlado. MP é por
nossa,
nossa senhora, deletado. Tem uma Gleipnir pra cima dele, controlado. Miraninha volta pra base, tenta regenerar. Natsumi utiliza a mordida na esfera de Linkens. Vão punir finalmente agora o Pai Laidai, porque ele tava regenerando esse tempo todo. Tem uma gema da visão verdadeira na mão dele. Muitas recompras foram utilizadas e agora sim, dedo da morte pra garantir este abate.
Foi uma defesa, mas foi uma defesa custosa. Ele recompra no Natsumi e no TMV. Eu acho que o DK ele tinha... ele recomprou faz 5 minutos. O Marte também recomprou. Então, cara, assim, defendem, mas perdem o quartel dos guerreiros e dos magos do top. Então basta a SMG focar nesse do bot na próxima vez. E eu acho que tá bem tranquilo. Tudo indica que eles vão conseguir finalizar. Agora, se vai terminar assim ou não sei.
Bom, Natsumi cancelou aqui o disco dos elos, né? Voltou para translocação esmagadora. Tá ali com sua receita, marcando devastador. Enquanto no top o Mon tá marotando ali, tentando encontrar alguém.
Tá, o Enigma ele sabe que ele só precisa utilizar o buraco negro no Pudge. Então ele desistiu da ideia. A ideia da galinha é boa, mas a refresh é melhor ainda, então... E vai tirar já, acho que uns 300 de gold que tá faltando.
Foi visto. Nevermind.
Meu amigo.
Ficou com dó de usar.
Ativa o IP. Rapaz, ele...
Agora chega o mid one, construindo logo, o dano é muito alto. O Mon vai estar livre pra fazer a play que ele quiser. O New conecta, utiliza do satânico, mas tem a maldição de inverno pra cima dele. Natsumi consegue salvar a morte.
Engoliu.
Vem de BKB, TMV, utiliza o tormentador, ganha um pouco de tempo, mas agora tá silenciado, vai ser punido. Amedrontado está queimando com o receptáculo, queimando com a cauterização ártica e fica agora 90 segundos de castigo.
Será que eles vão avançar? Tem exorcismo. Acho que é uma hora boa, 90 segundos sem o Lion. Não terão a maldição do inverno, mas eu acho que não tem problema não. Vocês querem creeps na base? E se bobear creeps do bot, inclusive, porque deixar essa Death Prophet irritando sozinha com o exorcismo é um bom modo dela tomar qualquer stun e um gancho pra reposicionar ela, e aí a gente já viu essa brincadeira, né? Que ele tinha stun que finaliza a Death Prophet sem ela conseguir fazer nada. Então,
nossa, Nevermind perdeu o seu courier ali com a receita da translocação esmagadora. Sentinela posicionada, vai lá e dá. Pega a informação da Miraninha por aqui. Os punhos velozes trazendo dano interessante. Tem resquício flamejante lá na backline. Natsumi traz um...
Nossa, pegou o
mid one. Acabou não mordendo, o exorcismo tá aberto. Fortificar é utilizado. Forma de dragão ancestral, acho que vai acabar, hein? Vai acabar já. A flecha passa no vazio, o gancho não conecta em ninguém. Tem uma Gleipnir por cima do Chaves, consegue utilizar a Orbe de Lotus, trazendo aquela limpeza nessa dissipação. Torre no chão, 15 segundos pro Lion voltar pra TF.
Agora é brincadeira, não.
Opa, agora sim, gancho de carne pra cima dele. A Fu vem de buraco negro pra cima do bundão que não tem recompra. Chaves acaba caindo também. A Fu tá queimando no meio da rapaziada, mas tá muito bem na lote sem a sua forma de dragão ancestral. Sofre aqui a maldição do inverno agora. Tem 5 resquícios pra punir ele. São 3 mortos no time da Polaris. E agora o segundo buraco negro pra cima do Nevermind. GG chamado pelo time da Polaris. SMG garante um 2-0.
É aquela situação onde que eles perdem a lane, fica meio duvidoso. Será que esse mid vai dar bom? O Mid 1 já se matou pela terceira vez, não sei. Mas no